How's it going? Baggie Brothers here. We're getting ready for our first home game of the season against Luton. Score prediction?
3-1 Albion.
Let's hope it happens. Right, score predictions. What do you think the score's going to be, Leo?
About what, 2-1?
2-1.
To West Brom.
Good, correct. Ollie?
3-1.
Ooh, same as your dad. I reckon it's going to be, 3-0. We're here at the mighty stadium. It's pissing it down. Baggy Dad's here as well. I'm getting wet. I don't like it. Let's make a Joe's offense. Can't be done. Here we go. Robinson goal!
For all my time here, you know, obviously with the COVID stuff and the QPR game getting good conversation, so it was difficult not having anyone in the stadium, so it's great to see you all here today. So it's great to be here, thank you for having me, it's great to obviously have my family up here, my wife and
Half time, 2-0, looking good. Carlin's missed a couple of chances.
Boys have been good though. Yeah, it's nice to be back as well. Good atmosphere.
Nice half-time thing from Brunty.
Yeah.
And as well at the start they did a big round of applause for all the people that we've lost over the last year, part of the Albion family. Really nice touch as well.
It was, yeah. Bring on the second half. 3-1 predictions still on.
So it's 3-0. I'd rather it be 3-0 than 3-1.
Same here.
There we go. Look at Baggy Dad, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Look at him. Just scored 3-1 now. Yeah, just got back from the match. Figured we'd wait until we got back here to talk about things. Things were getting a little bit hectic in the last 16 minutes of extra time that we had today, which is absolute madness.
It was madness. Hopefully that Luton player's okay though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hopefully he's doing all right. It looked like it won't happen when Johnston obviously went to clear the ball. Did, but then
he just ran into him, didn't he?
And then he was just out. Yeah, so long wait for that to get sorted, but good that it will get sorted. Hopefully, and like you're saying, hopefully the players are good. Match ended 3-2. Where'd you start with this?
First half we were like Brazil, weren't we? We played really well.
It was excellent football.
6 goals.
Yeah, really, really good looking
They
football.
didn't really have much of the ball, did they?
No.
They had it a bit, but we mainly dominated the first half. And yeah, if it wasn't for Carl and Brunt not scoring those chances, we'd have probably been 5-0 up.
Yeah, I think he was unlucky with a couple of them, and there were a couple of others that we were like, come on, that was an easy goal to score. But glad that it was a solid half, 2-0 up. Like I say, there was the own goal, and then Robinson scored. Second half starts. Carlin Grant gets his goal,
Yeah, which is
good. Very happy for him, because now that means obviously, hopefully he'll shoot. His shooting boots will be there, and he'll start scoring more and not missing as many. And then there was the injury, and I felt like that injury was a huge turning point.
Yeah, they seemed to turn it on massively, and we just kind of
Sat
stood
back
still
too
and
much.
sat back. Yeah, no pressing.
Didn't defend particularly well from that point on.
No.
They took off Robinson and Grant, and that also seemed to change the whole dynamic of the team.
I think Phillips came on and played really well.
Phillips did well.
Zahor just didn't look interested at all. He didn't look like he wanted to play for us.
He
Made
looked
no effort.
he looked really unfit.
Really, really unfit and really poor.
Which could be down to a number of things. Obviously, nobody really knows what goes on behind closed doors, but you do sit there as a fan watching him, and even all the fans around us, they were just
So frustrated.
screaming at him to start running.
Start
and
making
stuff.
some runs and start trying to be a target man like he is, but
Yeah.
he was just poor. He just didn't look interested at all. And then obviously Semi came on for
Clark.
Who had quite a good game.
I think
before.
Clark had a really good game.
Made a good start to his Albion career. Yeah, he looked solid at the back with his tackles, didn't he? He had a few chances as well. He got a header that was saved. So yeah, he had a good.
And he had that little flick as well. He had a really tasty little flick from a corner that could have been a goal. But yeah, it was weird. It was almost like as soon as the subs happened, well, our performance just dropped.
Yeah.
Which is very worrying.
It
Really
is.
looking forward.
It is, yeah. I mean, we put a post up on Instagram and we've had people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be moaning because we've got the win and stuff like that." But if you were there in the stadium, I think you'd feel the same as we did. We needed to close that game out a lot better and manage it a lot better than we did if we're going to come up against bigger and better teams in the Championship, because it's worrying if we're going to play like that.
I think for me the most frustrating thing about the whole game, though, and anybody that was in the stadium would agree, would be the referee.
Yeah, he was terrible.
The refereeing was questionable throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
A lot of incredibly soft fouls going Luton's way, a lot of stuff just not going our way. Yeah, very, very confusing. Very confusing.
Yeah.
But the way to think about it is positive. We got 3 points.
Joint top with 4 points now.
With how many teams?
Yeah, with about 7, I think it is now.
7 teams all on joint first.
Joint 4
That's good.
points. So we haven't lost.
No. Onwards and upwards. We've got, who is it we've got next?
We've got Sheffield United.
Sheffield, thank you, yeah.
Sheffield United, then Blackburn, and then Arsenal in the Cup.
So let's hope the next couple of games we can not concede any goals.
And it was great to be back, wasn't it?
It was
the crowd,
fantastic to be back with
everything,
the crowd.
the atmosphere was brilliant. The whole crowd kept us going all the way through.
Yeah.
Even when we were really ropey, we still got behind the boys, which was nice to see.
Something I would also say that was good to see as well was Sammy Johnston. Seeing Sam with the team, him in goal, pulled out some fantastic saves when he was needed.
Yeah.
Put in a great performance, and yeah, like you say, great being back in the stadium.
It was, yeah.
So
really nice, and nice to see Chris Brunt at half time.
Yeah.
That was a nice little touch.
Yeah, there were lots of things today that were just really pleasant, weren't there? They did right at the start. They did the sort of honorary mentions for the Albion, members of the Albion family that passed away during COVID. Chris Brunt, obviously, like you say, came on at half time and had a nice chat with the fans. So yeah, it was really, in general, like the general vibe of the day was quite wholesome. It was quite pleasant, but then there were just a couple of things with the match which were a bit concerning. But
yeah,
like I say, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, on to Sheffield. Hopefully we can get a win. Would you make any changes for that game?
Make some changes to who doesn't get brought on. Don't bring on Zahor unless he borrows a pair of boots off Messi or something in the week and becomes amazing. Maybe start Phillips. I wouldn't be against Phillips starting. I think he looked good. Ajayi looks like he needs a few more minutes to get sort of match aware. But yeah, no massive changes. I thought Moat played well.
Moat did play well. I thought Townsend had a fantastic game.
Furlong looked great.
And Furlong, yeah.
O'Shea was solid, apart from after we made the subs.
Yeah.
And then it was like the heads went. But yeah, would you make any changes?
I don't think I would. I think we'd start with the same team, depending on fitness-wise and how they're all feeling. Obviously, because the only thing that worries me with this high press and the high energy, I know it wasn't so much in the second half, but if we're going to play this way, what's the recovery time going to be like for the players? If it's going to be Saturday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Wednesday,
yeah, they could do with a bit more time.
It's not a lot of rest time, is it, to give that amount of effort all the time?
Yeah.
So I don't think we're there fully fit at the minute anyway. If you look at them, they did tail off, didn't they? Which might be the reason. Knackered from that high pressing game we're playing now. So but overall, yeah, happy that we got the 3 points. nice to welcome the manager as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Righto. Onwards and upwards. Nice one. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.